Hey everybody, welcome back. Doing we'll call it a conceptual video on what's coming up with this covert ops. There's some Armory 15 orbs that are out there that are be a must-have for anybody who's trying to get either Gear Tier 15, or which should be everybody really, or into Dark Dimension 4, which is again should be everybody. Even if you're in Dark Dimension 1 or 2, you still care about this stuff, or will care about this stuff once you get past Dark Dimension 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm going to talk at a kind of a high level about some of the stuff. I normally do some calculations for these. We're still waiting for some of that math. So we're gonna look at some conceptual ideas that you really want to think about before even thinking about what the math is, because let's be real, the math ends up being some specific stuff, but we kind of get an idea of what we always need to do here, right? We got to put in time in game and wherever we can put it. So for all those of you who are new to the channel, WolverThor here, and I typically try to help people be more efficient in the game, give them stuff that I look at as far as, I think this is maybe a bang for your buck. This is something I think is a little bit more efficient, like I mentioned, or, maybe this is the best way to do this, or a min-max type concept, so that you can be a player who can play and compete, but maybe not spend a ton of game, or if you want to spend, maybe where you want to spend at. So I try to cover and just basically help you. So Discord link in the description below. Check that out. Let's go check out some of this stuff in game and in the video and see what we think.
Bring me WolverThor!
All right, so like I mentioned, we've got this event that's showing up here, Covert Ops. It starts in, at the time of shooting this video in 20 or 21 hours. So on the Thursday reset, which we'll get the new Blitz, which will be Kitty Pryde, which people will obviously be competing for since it's a new character. Now, when you click preview, it doesn't go anything, right? We all already know that. It's like, okay, great. So really the only information we've got on this thing is talking about a gear mission, and you want to use military characters, Blitz, Arena, Raids. And do we care? That's really the question that we always want to ask, right? Is do we even care? The answer is yes. Now, look, if this stuff down here, some of you guys might not care about. I'd say most probably don't, but the SBCs and the advanced gear parts, maybe. But the SBCs by themselves, yes. But more importantly, these Armory 14 and 15 orb fragments, that's huge, okay? So if you haven't seen this, there are these orbs way at the bottom down here. Where are they at? All right, so Armory 14 and Armory 15. And the graphic tells it all, but you basically get the Armory 14, you get the tier 14 uniques. The Armory 15, you get 15 uniques. So, it takes 2,000 of whatever credits that we're going to get, unless this thing updates to get these. But we'll go into the 15. When you look at this, you're guaranteed one of a particular Gear 15 unique on the left. And then in the center, you're talking the same thing. It's like, okay, so we get some mixes here. 50%, you're guaranteed. It's going to be one of them, right? It's all ones. So, but it's all guaranteed Gear Tier 15. It's interesting because it's like, are none of these going to be yellow drops? I don't know, it doesn't appear to, but what I like about this is that we need the Gear Tier 15. This is a way to get 3 pieces for every orb. So you want to do this. These Gear Tier 14, or the Armory 14 orbs, I'm going to encourage people, like, look, even if you're pushing to get into Dark Dimension 3 and you need Gear Tier 14, I'm going to tell you should probably still go for the 15s. There are Doom nodes where you can farm these. It's a little bit easier now. These things are coming at easier, whereas these 15s, they're pretty tough to come by. So you're more than likely going to be able to farm these 14s, but the 15s, that's kind of something like, I don't think we're going to get that. So point is, again, I asked, do you want these? Yes, the answer is yes. And look, even if you disagree with me about the Armory 15 orbs, fine. All right, go with the 14s. I'll only slightly yell at you. Or just tell you, look, it's your decision, but I wouldn't do it. So we know we want to do it, right? So we mentioned the event is specifically Blitz, Arena, and Raids, right? I did it again, but it's a Blitz, Arena, and Raid. That's it. For military-only character, which, okay, anybody knows this. If you don't, I've already filtered here, but you click this little filter button. You're normally on all. You scroll down, and you can see that I already clicked that before. You click military to see what you've got. So let's just knock one of these off the bat. Arena, okay? I'm not going to use any of these tunes in Arena typically, at all, ever. There's no chance. Maybe Captain Marvel, maybe, in a time a year ago, but at this point, you're not going to use her. So the idea for any potential arena use points that you're going to get out of this thing is really going to be about where are you at towards the end of arena or after you get your payout. Ideally, everybody, and I encourage everybody to do this, is try to chill for arena a little bit over the course of the next, I'll say it's a week that we'll probably get this event, a week to 10 days. And then go nuts afterwards and use your military characters. Like, look, everybody try to get in your 1 and 2 attacks to, around payout. Get whatever you're going to get paid out. And then use your remaining attacks with a full military team. That's what I'd tell you to do. Even, look, if you've got to use all 5 attacks just to place decently arena, I get it. Then I would encourage you to use the 25 core attacks and use some military, right? And now again, this is without the math, but I'm just saying if you want to use these for arena, because Blitz is easy. We'll get to that in a second, but raid can be kind of hard and a little bit more consequential on who you pick. So that's why I'm saying, look, for arena, you're probably going to use some of these tunes in it. And look, it doesn't matter because you're not going to really win. If you can, great. Captain Marvel, maybe Red Guardian, War Machine. I don't know. Whoever you got highest red stars on. But that's the arena part. Now, Blitz, that's pretty easy for most people. Like I said, you've probably got those guys on teams. Captain America is going to end up being on your Avengers, wherever the heck he's at on your list. I've got War Machine there. There's my Captain America. And it's like, okay. And then I've got a full team. I've got this full team of Skilletary. So the only person I don't have, and actually I have him, is I've got Winter Soldier with Zemo. So for Blitz, I'm covered. Now, the question you're going to have to really think about is, well, do I need to get a win or do I just need to use them, right? Now, right now, when we look at this, it just says battle. It doesn't say win, it just says battle. So you can stay at the top of, the 8th Blitz section, the tier 8 of Blitz, and use these characters to get those points, which as of right now, if it stays saying that, where it says just battle, then that's what I'd tell you to do, where just stay at your tier 8, just make sure to, like for me, I'll make sure I cycle all the way down to my trash teams here. I've only got 2 teams I don't use in Blitz, and really these bottom few, they're terrible. They lose a lot. I just kind of drop down, but I always get top 1%, and that's always what I go for. So make sure to put your military team, our characters on a team. I've got Captain Marvel with the Young Avengers / Brawler types. You saw the other ones. I've got the Skilletary. That's pretty easy. I've got Winter Soldier with Zemo at the moment, and not mixed with my Hydra. I thought about maybe doing a Hydra mix, but whatever. I'll just leave Red Skull with those guys. And then you got Captain America with Avengers, and you've got War Machine with Power Armor. So that in itself is super easy, right? Now, the part that I think, especially with these, look, when you're looking at raids, I mean, my alliance is doing Ultimus 7.5. There's no way I'm going to use any of those military in here. I can't. I mean, maybe on an early node, I might be able to use Captain Marvel or Captain America, maybe. But I'm not really loving that. So I don't see you really being able to, do. Now, even if you're in a 7.1 or 7.2 Ultimus raid, you're probably there because, your alliance as a whole is, still struggling to get to those further levels. So you're probably not going to look or want, you probably don't have military characters that you're going to say, I can use these in a raid. Now, could I use these military raids in a 7.2? Yeah, sure, I could. But we're not going to drop down that far because our raid ranking would drop too much. So Ultimus 7, I really don't think it's going to happen except for maybe some of those early nodes. I would look into that. Now, we've still got, for the Greek raid, we've still got, 4 to 5 days left. And it's kind of like, okay, well, we do 4.2, which isn't the easiest in the world. It can be a little difficult, and again, looking back here, I mean, these guys are basically all global. You know what I mean? I just want to double check here, but yeah, global. No, okay, so Captain Marvel's cosmic, that's right. Global, yeah, they're all global. So, oh yes, we got a city there. Yeah, you're not using those guys in city. No chance. Another global. So it's a whole lot of global with a couple cities and one cosmic. Now, as somebody who runs the cosmic lane, And we're doing, like I said, what did I say? 4.2. No chance you're using that in 4.3. I mean, maybe once and they die. Okay, fine. Go ahead and do it. But that's not what I wanted. But what early nodes, you know, I think I'll probably try to get in there and go ahead and do it. Where, you know, when I'm looking at these very, very early nodes up in here, you know, this type of stuff, even the city, you know, you could probably kind of sneak in a Punisher or a Merc Soldier if you've got them up a bit with 3 symbiotes. You could probably be okay there. That's what I'd suggest. Global, you could use your global tunes in here, for at least Captain America, and, you know, maybe sneak in if you've got another one high with, you know, whatever, maybe X-Men, or, you know, if you're using an Ultron type, just to build up the army, Shuri, all kinds of different things. You know, Cosmic, all I've got is my Captain Marvel, but she should be fine. I could probably roll her, you know, for quite a ways in here, to be honest with you, because when I had the seasoned, I had to play with her a little bit in a different raid. So now this raid is only going to be, you know, for, like I said, 4 more days. So we've got to remember here, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and jump over to our wonderful friends at the msf.gg, which, you know, if you haven't checked out that specific that website, you need to. It is one of the best out there that is just straight up, it's phenomenal. So let's go check out a map there real quick. All right, so if you forgot, this is what beta is going to look like in a few days. So, you know, you're talking about, you've got skill all over the place here in the center and out on the outside. So you can definitely play with that because it's skilletary, right? But again, depending what you're actually doing there, you're going to struggle because those characters are not strong. 4.3 on this Greek raid, forget about it. 4.2, it's still not easy. Bio, all right, you're going to throw in your, again, Captain Marvels, you're going to throw in your Captain Americas. You know, you've got bio skill. So you've got bio and skill throughout this thing. You've got some mutant, which, let's see, there wasn't any mutant, right? No, yeah, I don't think so. So you're just sitting here going, okay, well, where am I going to be able to use these guys a lot? And it's not really that much. I mean, you're really talking about it's skill all over the place, except for what, 2 bio. So, you know, that is going to be a challenge here shortly. I mean, you've got the tech, I guess, with what's his name, War Machine. So, okay, maybe you could sneak him in there, but again, that's not a lot that you're going to be able to do. You're not going to, I mean, unless you've got a huge Winter Soldier, I guess you could put him in bio, but so the Greek raids, the Ultimate 7 raid, you know, I don't think that you're going to be able to get a lot of points from those. So again, without even doing the math, make sure you set those blitz teams up so that you have those, and think about where you want to be in your tiers. Again, if it's just battle, you're good to go. But if it's not and it gets wins, then you might want to consider dropping tiers even in a blitz like Kitty Pryde, because look, Kitty Pryde's important. She's fine. She seems like a good raid tune. Astonishing X-Men might be solid. We'll see. You know, we still haven't seen Bishop or Jubilee's full kit. You know, they need some serious focus. At least Iceman does. I got some concerns there. So point of me saying that is you might be able to sacrifice some of Kitty Pryde's shards if you want to get gear tier 15 uniques, right? But I also need to caveat that with saying, you know, I did have that concept or idea that I could see X-Men or the Astonishing X-Men being the unlock for a next legendary, because it's really 4 Toons and Beast who are all going to be brand new, which is like, that screams new legendary to me. It just screams. It's almost a full team of characters people don't have at 7 stars, which is, you know, that's huge. So yeah, so that's what I got to say. Again, this is a high level planning. I normally don't walk through things like this, but I thought since this was slightly different than some of the other stuff we see, the team that you're going to use, military, is not a very strong team with raids or arena. You know, you need to make sure those blitz teams are ready. You need to make sure that you're using them. Pay attention if it's win versus battle. If it's battle, make sure to use those every single time, even if you stay in tier 8 or if you decide to drop down to the lower tiers. So I hope this helps you guys plan a little bit. You know, look, if you don't have these characters built up at this point, I don't think it's a big deal. Still throw them on a blitz team. You know, still use them in a late arena where you're just like, look, I'm going to drop an arena to top 50 or top 100, whatever, if you don't care, and get those gear tier 15 uniques, because the truth is the quicker you get those, the quicker you can get into Dark Dimension 4 and get more gear, which would help you climb an arena anyway. So think about that. So that's all I got. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Hammer down on that like button, click the notification bell, subscription button. You guys know the drill. Until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.